The 2024 Tennessee football season is upon us. Some of you may feel like, wow, this has taken forever to get here. Others of you might feel like, hey, I was just in Omaha a few weeks ago with the baseball team. This is David Paschall of the Chattanooga Times Free Press, and Tennessee absolutely has a lot of reasons to be excited about the months ahead. Tennessee has a very veteran offensive line, 6 multi-year seniors in that group, which will give a lot of protection to redshirt freshman quarterback Nico Iamaleava. There's a lot of hype surrounding Nico, but they have a really good team around him. Cooper Mays is an All-American center. Javonte Spraggins, a guard in his 6th year. So it's a very veteran group, and Tennessee's also really veteran on the defensive side. They've got 5 multi-year seniors on the defensive side of the ball. So the guts of Tennessee's football team is the best that it's been in a long, long time. Tennessee has one of the great edge rushers in the country, James Pierce Jr., who a lot of people think could be the top pick in next year's NFL draft. One of the big questions from a personnel standpoint is the secondary. It's a much younger group. They had a lot of people leave the program last year, but the coaches swear that this is a more talented, faster, longer, more athletic group, and that this secondary is going to be even better than what you've seen the last few years. If I had to list the biggest concern for Tennessee, it would be a schedule that overall is pretty manageable. I mean, you think about the teams that have been picked at the bottom of the SEC, Arkansas, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. Tennessee gets to play all those teams, but they've got a couple of tricky games in September. They play North Carolina State in Charlotte the 2nd week of the season, and they play at Oklahoma the 4th week of the season. They have to win those 2 games, I think, if they're going to stay in the hunt for the college football playoff. This is the first year that the college football playoff has had 12 teams, and Tennessee is beginning this season ranked 15th, so they need to move up just a little bit by the end of the year to get in that top 12. If you had to ask how I think they'll do this year, I don't think they will win at Georgia. I think Alabama coming to Knoxville is going to be tough, and I think that at Oklahoma game that I mentioned in late September is going to be tough. That would put Tennessee at 9-3. I don't think 9-3 is going to be good enough to get to the playoff. But if Tennessee were to win at Oklahoma or beat Alabama in Knoxville, which they did 2 years ago, now you're talking about a 10-2 team, and I think a 10-2 Tennessee makes the college football playoff. The bottom line is we're a long way from talking about those 5-7 teams that Tennessee had a few years ago. Things are much better on Rocky Top. It should be a very, very exciting season. Again, I think they'll finish 9-3, but if I had to pick in one direction, if they didn't finish 9-3, I would say 10-2. And again, I think a 10-2 Tennessee makes the college football playoff. The season starts Saturday, 12:45 on the SEC Network against the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga Mock. So we've got a local showdown to get things going. For the Times Free Press, this is David Paschall.